I don't have a problem with the WNBA players asking for a raise. The WNBA is on a hot streak. I don't care about the previous 24, 25 years. As an investment, it's starting to pay off. And so this week they wore T-shirts saying, making a statement, you better pay us. But instead of just leaving it at that, Kelsey Plum for LA had to take a dig at Caitlin Clark.
Just checked Kelsey Plum, and it was long overdue, while Caitlin Clark is busy transforming the WNBA into a revenue-generating powerhouse. Kelsey Plum took a shot at the very player responsible for that rise, but Colin Cowherd wasn't having it. He called out the jealousy head-on, and what he said left no room for misinterpretation. Cowherd even went so far as to compare Caitlin Clark to Michael Jordan. Yes, his airness when it comes to impact and marketability. So what exactly did Cowherd say? And why are some calling Clark the WNBA's golden goose? If you stand with Caitlin, drop golden goose in the comments. Let's get into it.
Just United Front was determined this morning that we had a meeting for, and not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
Oh boy.
Want to know just how drastic the WNBA's transformation has been? Picture this: for over 20 years, players were crammed onto budget airlines, sometimes even paying out of pocket for a bottle of water. That's right, water. They pushed through grueling seasons in half-empty arenas, playing for franchises that bled money year after year. Merchandise? Practically non-existent, even if fans wanted to support their favorite players. Good luck finding a jersey on the shelves. That was the reality until now.
Why do you take a shot at the golden goose, Caitlin Clark? You guys were flying before she arrived on one of those airlines that made you pay for a cup of water. One of those airlines that is the planes are the color of a highlighter. Now you're flying private. Okay, if you're in a band and you're staying at the Motel 6 and you add a band member and now you're at the Ritz-Carlton, keep your issues to yourself. All right, you went from a Motel 6 in a sketchy part of town to a 4 Seasons in the shopping district. Stop talking.
And Caitlin Clark showed up, and overnight, everything changed. Merchandise sales up 500%, league-wide attendance jumps 40%, with arenas that once echoed from empty seats now packed to the rafters. Cities that used to barely fill a few rows are now selling out entirely. Teams that were losing millions suddenly turned a profit, and the Indiana Fever, once one of the WNBA's biggest financial failures, now has a waiting list for season tickets. That's the Caitlin Clark effect.
I don't mind the t-shirts. I think you have leverage. I think you deserve more than 9%. But it's just misstep after misstep. It's time to grow up, girls. Like fast. Like this is the player that got you off the airline that was bright yellow. Right? She got you an upgrade to a better hotel as a band member.
But here's what really sets Cowherd off. The same players who used to scrape by on budget flights are now flying private, staying in top-tier hotels, and cashing bigger paychecks. The league's financial turnaround has been so dramatic. Players are enjoying perks they couldn't have imagined just a seasons ago, and yet some veterans are still complaining about the very person who made it all possible.
I think they deserve a big raise, maybe not 50% of revenues, because NBA stars, there's a lot of them, and they move the needle. The WNBA stars, well, there's one that moves the needle. And here's the other thing to remember. Caitlin Clark's already rich. She made $11 million this year alone in endorsements off the court. So regardless of how these negotiations go, she's set. Nobody else is, right? So when somebody joins the band and everything gets upgraded, just be happy.
Caitlin Clark single-handedly took the WNBA from a struggling charity case to a thriving, legitimate business. TV ratings skyrocket every time she steps on the court. Sponsors are lining up because they know she delivers eyeballs. Social media engagement off the charts. and Clark jerseys are flying off the shelves faster than they can be restocked. Every single player in the league is benefiting from this momentum, whether they want to admit it or not. This is where Cowherd's frustration hits a boiling point. He watched this transformation unfold in real time, and he's baffled. Why are some players turning on the one person who finally made them winners? After decades of grinding with little to show for it, why bite the hand that's feeding you?
I know you wanted your song to be the first one they played. You wanted to make up the set. But I mean, it's not the t-shirts. You're going to do fine. I'd scale back on the Caitlin Clark.
Cowherd summed it up perfectly. He said the WNBA's transformation was like going from Motel 6 in a sketchy neighborhood to a for seasons in the heart of the shopping district. And that one quote captures everything Caitlin Clark has done for this league. The flights, the hotels, the paychecks, the media coverage, all upgraded because one player brought in a level of attention women's basketball had never seen before. Yet somehow, some veterans are still clinging to the old mindset, acting like nothing's changed. They're enjoying for seasons luxury while whining about the person who pulled them out of the Motel 6. And that brings us to the WNBA All-Star voting, the moment that finally pushed Cowherd over the edge. Here's how it works. Fans vote for starters, coaches choose the reserves, and players vote too, to recognize who the believe deserves the spotlight. It matters. These votes impact endorsements, legacies, and future opportunities. For rising stars, making the All-Star roster validates their impact. So where did Caitlin Clark rank in player voting? *9th. Behind one of her own teammates. The message from some of her peers? Loud and petty. Cowherd couldn't ignore it any longer, and neither should we. Interesting. For years, the WNBA players were pointing fingers. They were saying people are sexist. The media is sexist. We're not being promoted. We're underappreciated. And then they get the golden goose, and they don't like what it looks like. So where did the fans rank Caitlin Clark? First among guards. Where did her fellow players rank her? 9th, the league's biggest draw, the person responsible for packed arenas and record merchandise sales, got ranked 9th by the same players benefiting from her success. This wasn't close voting either. The gap between fan support and player recognition was massive. Iowa girl, Indiana girl, well, who knows? And I've said this for years, when the wave hits, ride it. You don't know what it looks like, don't fight it. When Puka Awa went in the 5th round of the Rams and they suddenly in camp went, oh, we just found a new #1 receiver. He's better than Cooper Kupp. They didn't fight it. Did you think when you watched Tom Brady at the Combine that looked like the GOAT? They had just signed Drew Bledsoe to $103 million contract. That was a lot of money back then, and then a year in there like, we're going to go with Brady. They didn't fight it. Let's be real about what this ranking actually means. It had nothing to do with basketball performance. Clark was putting up impressive numbers, breaking records left and right. The statistics supported all-star recognition. This was about something else entirely, something much more personal. Think about other young sensations in sports history. When LeBron James burst onto the scene, veteran players recognized his talent, even if they didn't love the attention he got. When Tiger Woods dominated golf as a young player, the tour veterans might not have liked being overshadowed, but they respected what he brought to the sport. The Clark situation feels different because the resistance seemed so obvious and petty. Cowherd didn't hold back when he saw these voting results. He called it exactly what it was, pettiness. He pointed out how some WNBA players were showing a complete lack of appreciation for the person who transformed their entire league. Instead of embracing what he called the golden goose, these players were actively working against their own interests. You know, there's obviously a racial component. Here, the WNBA players, they just don't like what the wave looks like. They wanted to fly private. They wanted to be more popular. They wanted a better deal in the CBA, which they'll get. They wanted sold-out arenas. They got it. They don't necessarily think it should be this. But again, you can't fight it. You just never know what success looks like. Here's what makes this even more frustrating. Players like AJ Wilson and Kelsey Plum have benefited directly from Clark's popularity. Their own profiles have grown because more people are paying attention to the WNBA. Their salaries and working conditions improved because Clark brought revenue to the league. Yet, when it came time to show professional respect through all-star voting, they ranked her below players with far less impact. Every company in the country would love to go viral every day for free marketing. If they knew how to do it, they'd all be viral every day. Like, you just don't know, is it authentic? It touches people. There's a tentacle of emotion involved, and suddenly some small-town kid goes viral. Or a singing frog. Who knows? I wouldn't have guessed that Caitlin Clark would be this transformative. I wouldn't have guessed Tom Brady would be the GOAT. Don't fight it. The wave, the meteor doesn't necessarily look like you think it's going to look. This voting controversy connects perfectly to what we've seen on the court all season. The hard fouls, the unnecessary contact, the obvious targeting, it all stems from the same place. Some veteran players can handle that as sophomore change everything they thought they knew about their league. They're taking out their frustration in all-star voting and during games punishing Clark for their own success. People are saying, hey man, this league has never made money. It's an investment. It's now going to make money. And by the way, this is the least profitable arguably it'll be over the next 10 years. It's only going to get more profitable as women's basketball gets better, as the Caitlin Clark momentum train gets bigger. I mean, this year she's not playing well. She's hurt. She's not there for all the games. So this is actually not as great as it could be, like Michael Jordan hurt year 2. Next 12 years were legendary. That's what it's going to be. Cowherd dropped a comparison that makes the Clark situation crystal clear, but it's one that makes some people uncomfortable. Both Clark and Jordan arrived as flashy rookies who completely changed their leagues overnight. Jordan transformed the NBA into a global phenomenon. And Clark is doing the same thing for the WNBA right now. The parallel is so obvious that you wonder why more people aren't talking about it. Caitlin Clark's gotten really good really fast. It's like the end of year 1 for Michael Jordan or year 3 for Michael Jordan. She's gotten really good really fast. And you got to put a body on her, or you got to double team her, or she's going to embarrass you. She's shooting 33-footers, and what happened last night's a byproduct of that. This is what happened to MJ. She's number 1 and 2 in every offensive stat. She's hitting more threes this season than Steph Curry did in his first MVP season. And her game embarrasses you. The physical punishment both players endured tells the whole story. Jordan faced the infamous Jordan rules from the Detroit Pistons, designed specifically to wear him down through aggressive contact. Clark has dealt with similar targeting all season long. Officials struggled to protect Jordan in his early years, just like they're struggling with Clark now. Cowherd pointed out that officials are letting a lot of stuff go that almost feels inappropriate regarding Clark's treatment on court. It's a little bad boys Pistons with MJ. For the record, Caitlin Clark got up. She wasn't hurt, she did more trash talking. She hit more threes, she remained remarkable. Just like all the great, if you respect women, stop pandering. She's tough, she's feisty. She likes to taunt and talk, and nobody quite knows what the hell to do. Remember when Clark